It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 take, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Ryan, how much did, that was well done, man. How much did the removal of Don Miller from the day-to-day workings at Penske change your perception of the company or maybe even devotion to the company?
Don Miller is a great friend, always has and always will be, and that did change some of the things. That didn't change my ultimate decision. It had influence on it, without a doubt. People are a big part of what makes the race car go fast, and how much fun you can have in doing so. And I definitely missed him from Penske Racing, but we still have our ties with old cars, and just definitely enjoy his friendship still. But it made a difference, but it wasn't the ultimate reason by any means.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. You both have talked about the importance of people. Both of you will be looking for crew chiefs. Can you just talk a little bit, Ryan, about what you'd be looking for? And Tony, are you any closer to finding someone?
For me, it's and I can kind of speak on Tony's behalf as much as he does mine. It's about us having crew chiefs that get along together, and as a group, between the drivers, crew chiefs, race engineers, they have a common chemistry. So a lot of that's up to Tony and the people at Stewart-Haas to make those decisions. But obviously, I want to have the input to be able to have somebody that I can personally get along with, we'll address that situation as it comes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. I mean, we're working to not get just one crew chief. We're working to get a pair of crew chiefs that like Ryan said, are going to work well together. It helps us work together better as drivers and keeps the organization just that much more intact. And I've seen multi-car organizations that the crew chiefs were in different directions with each other, and they don't utilize the opportunity of what a two-car team's all about in the right way. So we're going to rely on Ryan's input as much as anybody's. To make this decision, it's got to be people that we're both comfortable with on both sides. I mean, he has to be comfortable with who's going to be my crew chief. I have to be comfortable with who his crew chief's going to be, and I think that's just going to make us that much stronger. So this gives us a unique opportunity to do that. I don't think there's a lot of teams and organizations that have had a scenario where they get to go out at the same time and go after two crew chiefs. So maybe this is something that will even be that much better for us.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Ryan, with drivers commonly seen as leaders of a team, what is your role, or how do you foresee your role changing or developing with this team, in the sense of this is a team that certainly has a lot of room to grow? Are there certain things that you're going to have to do more of as a driver than what you've had to do, or how are you going to have to change with the change of job?
That's a good question, and I think a lot of it's unknown. I think the more successful the organization and the team is, the less the driver has to have that input or give that quarterback leadership, let's say. And it's going to take some time from a building standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, to be where we want to be. As far as the chase goes and championship contending teams and organizations. So, I want to have that influence. I want to have that communication, and I want to, be successful with Tony and with the organization in doing so. It's just a matter of the right time and the right place, just like anything else in the world.
Won't that be the beginning of this process?
This is the beginning of the process. Just like Tony said, there are going to be people that hopefully, after Tony announces I'm here, that will want to come be part of the organization, and that is just one of the first. That is the concrete for the foundation. Let's say for building a perfect team, perfect organization.
Bob Hawkers, NASCAR Scene. Ryan, when did you sign this? How long does it go until? Did you get any ownership, and do you have any guarantee that Matt Borland will be back next year?
Should I write that on paper so I can answer it?
What kind of crack are you smoking? Is it pot grass? Is that last name?
When did I sign recently?
It was under the 4 days that he was.
Yeah, I'm not sure I was coherent when I did it. But, no, I signed it just recently, and we have had discussions for the last little bit, but obviously I had a lot of discussions with a lot of other organizations the last little bit. So, I mean, I couldn't tell you a day that, I decided, and all that stuff, but I forget the other 4 questions you had. Any ownership involved? Not on my part. I do not know the status of Matt Borland's contract / agreement / where he stands with the team. So that would be a good question for Matt. What's that? How many years? I'm 30.
God, going to the media center is a hell of a lot more fun now.
Yeah.
It's a multi-year agreement.
Multi-year agreement.
Travis Brown, USA Today. I just wondered, does this change your guys' relationship at all on the track for this year? I mean, Ryan, if you see the 20 come up, you going to be a little easier on him passing you or anything?
I don't think we've ever been like that, have we?
No, not really.
Obviously, we're not going to work against each other, but we're not in a position to work for each other either. So it's the right time, right place, give and take type situation. No different than it ever has been.
No, it's business as usual. I mean, it's just about respect out there, and we've always had respect for each other, even though we drove for different teams. So now that we're going to be on the same side next year, that respect won't change, and it'll still be there.
David Newton, ESPN.com. Any chance you could go over to Haas this year for the final 10 races or any point? And also, how deep does your history go together? Did y'all drive for the same owner in USAC at all? Steve Crisp, I thought I saw a Newman bumper or something in the garage there.
I'm contracted and fulfilling my contract with Penske Racing to do what I've been contracted to do for the rest of the year, and that's drive the number 12 All-Tel Dodge and try to get in victory lane and win races and do all those things. And as far as previous ownership, I think there's only one person that I'm aware of that we both drove for, and that was Steve Crisp. Yeah. That was in a sprint car, USAC sprint car.
He drove all that stuff after I tore it all up, and I'd moved on to another team. He got to drive all the bent stuff.
Any other questions for either Tony, Ryan, or Joe? Yep, in the back.
Ryan, and this one just kind of popped in my head.
Oh boy.
This will be your first opportunity to drive for Chevrolet, and this organization has the connection with Hendrick Motorsports. So how do you feel about, number one, the first time ever with Chevrolet, and number two, the fact that you're not just going to drive for a new two-car team, you're going to drive for a team that has a very strong relationship with a very successful organization.
Yeah, the Chevrolet part of it I'm excited about. Obviously, Tony is super excited about it, and it's a new deal for me. So, I look forward to putting the Chevrolet in victory lane. And with the tie to Hendrick, it's obviously assumed to be a good thing. That's part of the reason I feel it's going to be successful, and I look forward to driving what currently even now is a Hendrick car at Stewart-Haas Racing.
And are there any other questions? We do want to try to wrap up. Jimmy Johnson is next in here for his media availability. Yes, Mr. Johnson.
Grab a seat.
Any other final questions for our guests? Great, everyone. Thank you very much for your time. A transcript will be available later this afternoon. The press release will be sent electronically.
Is Jimmy Johnson's question going to be on the transcript?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I don't know if there's anybody, whether it's Ryan, Wendy, whatever you want to get. Ryan, speed still.